Welcome back to today's discussion segment. Today we'll be diving into something every business, content creator and organization must understand about the exciting world of online business models. How business can strive digitally and reach new customers and also scale operations efficiently using search engine optimization or SEO. Questions like why is it that some websites always show up first on Google? How can small business increase online visibility without paying for ads? To help us break this and more, we have with us a tech visionary in the house. We have with us Mr. Olasukomi Iwala, the founder of AdRevive Infotech Software Engineering Extraordinary and AWS certified cloud practitioner. His team has developed innovative digital solutions for brands like Lush Hair Africa and Indomine Cafe, helping them to improve customer engagement and streamline operations. With a strong expertise in cloud and technology, he has socialized in creating source and scalable as well as future-ready digital system for modern business. Mr. Iwala, welcome to the show. I hope you can hear me, sir.
It's good to see you. Thank you so much for having me, and Deborah. I'm grateful for the privilege.
Okay, let's run into it in full. We see that many people think SEO is so complicated and too technical. How would you explain it to, or will I say with an everyday language for a beginner who has just started or walked into the business platform and space?
All right. Thanks. So,
Okay, I think we have a little network glitch, but then we're talking about search engines today, and we see why SEO matters in today's world. Many people think SEO is something only big companies should worry about, but this is the truth. Anything or anytime someone search for a product, service or solution online and the business that shows up first gets their attention, yes. So SEO is the bridge that connects what people are searching
Absolutely.
for.
So,
Okay, I think our guest is back.
oh, okay. Sorry. I think I went off a bit. So basically, I was saying SEO is a branch of digital marketing, right? And it stands for search engine optimization. It basically means ranking your web pages, your websites, or anywhere you find yourself, present on the web, ranking it for Google to place it strategically at the top position, so that anyone that searches for certain keywords that pertain to your businesses, right, would be able to see you and get in touch with your business.
So, looking into what your company has done so far, we see that your company has helped brands like Lush Hair Africa, Indomine Cafe, as well as others. We want to know how you were able to help these particular people make the brand visualized on this space.
Okay. Yes, that's very correct. We've had a series of engagements with large corporate organizations. You mentioned a few of them, Noshare, Africa, and then Indomie Cafe. So basically, everything boils down to this concept of search engine optimization. Um, so this is how it works. To the layman, it means you have a website. There are certain things that you have to do. I'll give some instances. Would say search engine optimization is grouped into three forms. You have the on-page optimization, you have the off-page, and you have the technical optimization. So, for example, you have a website, and let's say you're into fashion and you sell clothes. It's an e-commerce website. On your page, there are some things you need to do to drive engagements. We refer to one of them as targeting keywords. So, for example, I sell clothes in Abuja, and I know I do a research through some tools that are used by experts like us in that field. I'll do some research and say, okay, what are the best clothes for women in this Hamatan period? Because that's where we find ourselves. If you see that, okay, that's probably what people are searching for the most on the internet. So what you do is you write certain blog posts that are targeted towards those research, so that when such queries, and in queries I mean searches, once they come up on either on Google or it comes up on Bing or Internet Explorer, Firefox, and all of that, Google would say, okay, I've seen a content that is well suited to your research, so why not go to this website, right? So there's that. There are also things we call putting meta tags, alt text, and all of that. And the off page, of course, and I'm referring basically to some of the things that we do for some of these brands. The off page, you need to work on who is linking to your website. Basically, you have credible sources, like you have people on either on Medium or people linking to your website from even from social media, saying, okay, go to this website, go to this blog, and you can buy this product from here, and all of that. So it's basically adding more credibility to your site. On the technical end, we have indexing. We refer to things like Search Console and Google Analytics. So Google Analytics helps you basically to check the amount of visitors you have to your website, what are their interests, the pages they spend more time on, right? And it helps you to fine tune what you have to their needs. So I'm saying what I mean basically is search engine optimization is something that has been in existence for a very long time. There's a lot of things that people are not aware about. People just, basically focus on, let me just create my website and they just leave it there, right? But I think search engine optimization is even more important than having a website, because if you recall, if I ask the question, if you go and check something on Google and you say, okay, what who sells the most expensive cars in Nigeria? Whatever Google brings on the first page is basically what you look at. I don't know about many people that will go to the other pages, right? So basically, search engine optimization is trying to make sure that you rank on that first page so as to get more visibility internationally.
Okay, thank you very much. But then I want to ask, can you explain how search engine and cloud-based solutions improve customers' engagement and streamline business operations?
Okay. So basically, in search engine optimization and cloud concepts, two.
Okay, a little network issue. So from what he's saying, we see that search engines is it's not just about Google, but it is about visibility. Search engine is bigger than just searching on Google. On Google, it covers YouTube, Google Maps, business directions, and then blog content, and even AI search tools. So I think that is what our guest was trying to explain before we had a little network issue. We see that search engines are those tools, those language, those key points that you look forward to as a small business person, as someone who wants to buy something and all of that. He made instances with car. Welcome back. Welcome back. So I
Okay,
think you were saying
apologies
something.
about that. I
All
think
right.
I'm having some sort of connectivity issue. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, can hear you.
Okay, apologies about that. I think your last question was about how search engine optimization and cloud computing would help businesses per
To
se.
engage, yes.
So one thing we know is that in IT, trends are fastly evolving, right? Um, in Nigeria today, of course, we kind of are lagging behind a bit when compared to first world countries and catching up with digital marketing. So what do I mean? I mean, for example, you have your market woman probably selling food stuff or selling clothes traditionally in their kiosk or selling it somewhere, and they only focus on the customers they have within their purview. So that is the customers that probably pass across, that move around their business, or that live around there. But what SEO does, the benefit is, number one, it's free. So, I said earlier on that SEO is a branch of digital marketing. There are other aspects like SEM, search engine marketing, there's YouTube marketing, but most of them, even social media marketing, most of them require intensive budgets. So you have to have a budget allocated to it and say, okay, this is what we are trying to spend on marketing so that people can keep seeing our advertisements. SEO is free. The only thing you need is you need an expert to work on it, right? So these businesses that focus on local engagements can benefit from saying, okay, let me take my business online. I'm trying to have a broader view, right, of people that can engage with my business. And because it's on the website, it has no limit. So someone can be in Russia and can see what you sell, right? You can actually track these people with the tools I mentioned, like Google Analytics. There are more technical aspects to it. Now, when we speak about cloud computing basically businesses that will gain from that are businesses that already use the traditional server. As I said, that's a different concept. So if you have a traditional server or you wish to have a server, right, or it's a server with a data center, basically you don't have to go through the
Okay, I think he was trying to explain how the technical part of this particular search
Search
engine
engines works.
actually works. I actually want to ask a question of this misconception on if it's paid for or not paid for, and the use of organic and the use of inorganic search engine, this SEO, and all of it for the business. Because of course so many people feel like, or so many people, the reason why they've not tapped into this SEO is because of the fact that they feel like it is being
Paid
paid
for.
for. You spend money for it, and you know, a lot of people, once you mention money, especially for a business person who is just starting, somebody who was just starting to sell clothes and okay, want to go digitally, and you ask them for money that they've not even started making yet. Of course, these are the kind of issues that have been caused. I don't know if you can hear us now. Welcome back.
Yes, yes, I can. I can. Thank you. I can. Once again, apologies
No
for that.
problem.
Okay, so before you the network issue, I was asking a question. We hear misconceptions like SEO is being paid for. I want you to actually correct that misconception and the reason why.
Okay, so basically, like we rightly said, I think that's a misconception. The only thing you need to do, you of course need an expert and someone that actually knows what they are doing. And of course, for such services, you have to pay such a person. Also, so in the person's form of, will I say, engagements with you, of course, there are third-party tools that they will use and all of that, and they will advise you based on your budget and all of that, and the best tools you can use. Some of them are also paid premium. But you see, SEO, the campaign itself, it doesn't require you to keep paying Google some money.
Give them
Or
some.
like when you're on YouTube, you have to pay probably Google AdSense. You have to pay AdWords for others. You have to pay, Instagram or TikTok
Sponsored
for
ad.
advertisement. So on SEO is totally free. You don't have to go through all of that. And it's even more, listen, because it's on your own platform. It doesn't disappear after a while. So it lasts you longer, right? The effect of it lasts you longer than actually, if you pay for an Instagram advertisement now, after your period of advertisement is over, you're going to lose whatever slot you have and that visibility. But SEO lasts longer. And that's why I keep preaching it that this is the better way to, everything is good. Digital marketing generally is good, right? But if you know you are working slightly on a less and this is why it's good for small and medium businesses, right? Because usually the issue is you don't have that budget that larger corporations should be able to pull through, right? So you can say, okay, let's go this route and get more visibility. It might only take a little time because SEO is a campaign, so it takes a couple of months for you to start seeing results. But when you start seeing it, you'll be happy about your decision.
Okay. So if I heard you correctly, you said um, small business, you said search engines are totally free, but then they need experts to put them through, right, sir?
Yes, yes, ma.
Okay,
So
so I want to
let me
ask,
just say, okay,
okay, so I
go
want to
ahead.
ask, as a business owner, as a small business owner, needing an expert to put them through on how to go about their business, or as a beginner, do you looking for expert, do you think is something that they can afford? Do you think the small business owner who comes to meet an expert to put them through on how to go about their business, do you think they can as well compete with the big brands during their business processes? Is it affordable? Is it afford? Is
Yes.
it can they afford the experts that will put them through? That's my question.
Okay. Very interesting question, actually. I would say number one, when it comes to the expertise of an individual, right? Um, it's their charges or whatever is usually uh, it's at their own mercy or whatever they deem it to be. Now, I would say, for example, in my own growth as an SEO expert, I remember when I actually started for small businesses. What I'm trying to say is at any period of of a service, if you need a service, you always find people at different levels of these services, right? Now, the fact that the person is not currently doing it for a massive brand doesn't mean they can't actually do what they do or do it for you. And the only thing is you can find someone within your your someone you can afford, right? And make sure the person has like a history of success in this rate. So answering the question, yes, definitely, you can definitely afford. There are people charge with different prices for what they do. But the only thing is to get someone that's at least well experienced and has done it for bigger brands and all of that, and has more tools with them.
Okay.
Yes, you of course it can get more expensive as it progresses. If you've been able to compete with bigger brands, the truth is that even when it comes to paid marketing, the truth is that it will be difficult for a small and medium business to compete with a bigger brand. And so let me just give broad figures. Let me just give big figures. They are not anybody's budget, right? So, for example, a small business comes and it says, okay, I have 100,000 naira or I have 50,000 naira. I want to put into a campaign. And then a big business comes and says, okay, they have $100,000 that they want to spend on the same campaign. This is for even paid advertising. Of course, the $100,000 will go a longer way, definitely, times 100 than the small business. So also when it's free, right? For SEO rather, when you can afford probably just a single person to work on it for you. The person will actually do the job. For some keywords, you might rank higher. But if the bigger organizations are targeting some other keywords and they know who they are working with and they have experts such as us, like we work with a team, basically we have a lot of hands on ground. Definitely it would outclass whatever the single person is doing. But that doesn't mean you don't actually get any effect. You will definitely have a chunk of the consumers coming to your page. And gradually like that, you keep growing. Another thing is that search engines, they rank your web pages based on also like if you've been there for a certain amount of years and you keep updating your websites, your web page, and they keep ranking high and everything. After a while, you get some little bit of credibility and say, okay, these people have been here for a while, and there's a certain threshold that you cross over to. Then you can start seeing yourself competing. And of course, from SEO, you make sales, so you make a lot of money also. With that, you can actually budget some more things and say, okay, let me budget some more into this thing that actually brings more customers worldwide my way.
Okay. So thank you for that. But our next question now. Do you think with AI and instant search tools shaping how customers find business online, what strategies do you think customers should adopt, online businesses should adopt to stay competitive and visible in a fast evolving digital market that we have now?
Yes, once again, a very interesting question. The thing is, we all know that AI is something that has come to stay, whether we like it or not. AI is also very, very good. And I mostly see AI as a plus or a positive influence to SMEs, right? Other than the negative. So why is because AI even makes your work easier. There are researches you would have gone from pages to pages. For example, like I said, going back to SEO, if you hire an SEO expert to work for you, usually it might take some time when it comes to keyword research, when you have your broad or your long tail keywords and short tail and all of that. It might take some time to do the research. But infusing AI and the use of it in your business will make this work faster. Also, for example, there's some businesses use AI in different ways. You can go to a business or to a website or to a web page or to an online presence and just go there. You see, you have the chat box pop up then you are chatting with a consumer, but you actually don't know you're chatting with a bot, an AI, right? So in that case, you probably don't even need to keep some money aside and have to hire someone to say, okay, can you help me manage this inventory or manage this things? So if you actually know how AI works, right, with even the guidance of a professional and everything, AI is actually here to serve you, right, and to make your job easier while reducing your operational costs, right, and improving your efficiency, right? So AI definitely, the AI is yes. To summarize that, AI is definitely a positive influence on businesses. It can help you actually scale faster and cross a number of years that you'll have taken to achieve some things because of its existence. So I think we're living in a blessed time. So yeah.
So for those people who are actually not tech novice, for small business owners, how do you that feel overwhelmed by these digital tools? How do you think you can help them to begin or help them for their online businesses without needing, of course, if the tech practitionist comes in and helps them to an extent, how do you think they can continue to sustain that visibility on the digital markets?
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And that's a very good question. So, firstly, I know a lot of people will have heard of SEO, but some won't have heard of it. And anyone that falls into that category will probably ask, what is the benefit of this SEO that we are discussing? Now, SEO is not even just only beneficial to small and medium businesses. It's also beneficial to individuals. For example, if you have an individual, for example, let's say I just came out of school and I've done like 2 years of, let's say, like I'm a cloud engineer. So I've done some works on that. And I've developed a website just for me now, not my business, just showing my portfolio. This is what I've done. Or imagine I'm a graphic designer. I said, okay, I've done social design. I displayed it on social page, and I want it to be visible to people. SEO can also benefit me. Now, if such people desire to do it, and not, of course, we don't know so much about the concept. What I wanted to look out for is that SEO is not something that is just a side quest. It's actually very important. It might even be more important than just having the visibility because it helps you to rank better. We're also going to be doing some things like making sure that your web page loads faster, removing some, there'll be security jobs on it, your malwares and all of that, making sure that Google bot crawls your website and brings back good results, right? So if you hire an expert, you should ask questions, definitely. Like, for example, I want a carpenter to come and work for me or something. I want to see what have you done before? Or if you say you're a sculptor, what have you sculpted? Let me see what you have done. Then what is your process? Itemize, outline it. Now, this goes back to the AI question. You can actually take what that person gives you and ask AI, does this thing look like this person knows what they are doing, right? And AI will definitely tell you, okay, the person doesn't actually know what they are doing, or the person is sound. You can go on with this person, right? Look at all what they are listening. And another thing I need people to also look out for is that SEO is a continuous thing. And most times, because it's a free kind of service, it takes a while for you to start getting the impact. The quickest I've seen personally from my own job that I do is like 3 months. You start seeing significant interest. And most times, SEO is good. That's why I say bigger brands might get the larger chunk of it because it's good when you run SEO with other styles of digital marketing. Everything together, just your amount of sales and conversions and leads to your website can just spring up the way it is. So basically, you have to do your homework. It's just like you're about to buy a car or to buy a house. You have to do your homework and say, okay, does this person know what they are doing? What's the process like? How can they help me? What am I looking out for? And what is my target audience? Who's my target audience? What's the demography and all of that? So just do this homework, read about it, so that when you hire someone, you can and tell the person, I need to see visual reports and representation and proof that these things are actually working. And give me a timeline that you can estimate that this will work. And yeah, basically, that is it will definitely help that way.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the fact that you've been able to expose the fact that businesses or digital business in Nigeria needs this SEO. I don't know if you have any other question for him.
I think that'll be all for now, except if he has
Any last word
any
for us?
any last word for us. Sir, do you have any last word for
Yes,
us?
definitely. Yes, definitely. First of all, I would like to uh, congratulate the team, Idea Television. I definitely tune in to watch you guys daily. We are doing a very good job when it comes to informing people. Especially, I'll be a bit biased towards my own tech field. There's a lot to gain. People are not aware about it. And for people looking to, infuse SEO in their business and having doubts of it, I would say you should go for it, honestly, because you stand to gain a lot of things from it. Your website, your web page, even if you're a blog site, you don't sell anything, but you have news you want people to read, it's beneficial to everyone because it basically gives you credibility and can make your work smoother. And like I said, also go after this and do your research on it, and you'll see for yourself how how much possibilities can bring to your business, and that can be the turning point you're just waiting for. And once again, thank you so much for having me.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Want to thank our viewers as well and our guest. Thank you, Mr. Iwala. Today we've learned
Thank you
that
so
building
much.
a successful online business isn't just about posting on social media, but it is about choosing the right model, leveraging technology, optimizing visibility with SEO, and creating secure, scalable systems for entrepreneurs watching. Remember, visibility, credibility, and efficiency, even growth. Smart small, start small, focus on your audience, and leverage the right tools. And your businesses can thrive in digital space. So every business, big or small, deserves to be seen. And with the right steps, visibility is possible. Yes, you heard that from our guest. So to join this conversation or to ask questions on what you don't understand, do well to drop them on the comments box. And do not forget to follow us across all social media platforms at Idea Television for more eyes opening programs like this. Thank you for watching.